Well, the keys to the game tonight, win the points in the paint battle. That's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. And then the Lakers made 16 three-pointers in their victory at OKC. I'm only asking for 12 tonight. And then, obviously, limit the turnovers. Value the basketball.
Yeah, Minnesota will turn you over. They get after it and try to create turnovers, easy buckets. All right, Mike, AD is back. What's this mean for the Lakers specifically on the defensive end?
Yeah, look, that might be the spot where he can help the most. And you figure the Lakers without two of their best shot creators, no LeBron, no D'Angelo Russell. So maybe playing defense is their best way to get some good looks tonight, especially considering the Wolves have a couple of really good perimeter defenders in Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, who have both extended their defense onto guard some lately. But with AD anchoring things inside, plus a couple of former Timberwolves and Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley in the starting lineup, that's what the coaching staff think the Lakers are going to just get out and run, use that tempo, use the energy that is in this building after coming back from a 3-game road trip. So, Stu, we're going to be able to see it right away, but when you don't have a couple of your guys, you can always lean on Anthony Davis setting the tone defensively and try to get some offense out of that as well.
Absolutely. I mean, he's the anchor defensively, but he can also set the table on the offensive end.
As the night began, Wolves, I mentioned, at 500, the 8th seed, a game out of 6, game and a half up on the Lakers in 11th. Lakers have a chance to move in on the Jazz, who lost at OKC tonight, and get into that possible 9th spot as soon as possible. 2.5 back of the Mavs, currently in 6th. Here we go. This crowd is into it already. Schroeder and the Lakers have the first possession. Nearly a turnover, and it is a turnover. We talked about it, and thrown it down is Anthony Edwards.
And we also talked about how the Minnesota turns you over. On the first possession, they put good pressure on everybody, and they get the results.
They've been top 10 in points off of turnovers for the last 3 months of the NBA season. Schroeder now into AD. Anthony Davis, cross court, looking for Troy Brown. What a game he had the other night. And he starts by hitting a 3.
Wow, shot clock down to 3 when he knocked down that 3.
You realize the 19 points he had at OKC, the most he scored since a bubble game a couple of years back down at Disney World. A minute in, Lakers steal it away, Schroeder. Now to the middleman, Davis, lead pass, too far for Vanderbilt, out of bounds, second Laker turnover.
Anthony Davis not showing his guard skills on that fast break as he led him a little too far.
Now, no D-Lo tonight. I mentioned the 4th straight. 6 and 10 without LeBron this year for Garvin. Rebound taken by Troy Brown with some speed. Now to the right side, it is Schroeder. He gets bumped and fouled. No shot. Oh, technical foul.
Because after the whistle, Edwards gave him a little extra, and the official right there says that you can't do that. After the whistle, foul on you, and then there's the shove, and there's the technical.
Officials tonight, Pat Frere is our crew chief, Scott Twardowski in his 12th year, and Nate Green. Those are the 3 officials tonight.
That last possession for Minnesota, as Conley was trying one of his favorite shots, Anthony Davis there deflected the shot, which led to the break.
Oh, yeah. Remember, Mike Conley is on this club, now the 16-year veteran. And there's Chris Finch, 3rd season as Timberwolves head coach. 9+ seasons as an assistant with Houston, Denver, New Orleans, and Toronto before getting this gig. 13th technical this year for the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Beasley. Inside this time. What I mean by inside, anything taken inside of the 3-point line. I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but of course he lives downtown for the most part. Underneath, thrown too hard, knocked out of bounds. Referees will look at each other. They have not yet decided it's going to go to Minnesota.
As so often happens, they point in the wrong direction.
Well, there's Karl Anthony Towns. Only played 21 games this year, the 7-footer, 8th year, and their best player. I mean, Anthony Edwards is obviously vying for that crown also.
And that little cheer you heard was not for Anthony Towns, but was for LeBron making his appearance.
I think it would be for the King, and he's on the end of the bench. We'll see him shortly. Troy Brown Jr. Again, what a bounce-back game for him. He was 7 out of 10 from the 4, hit 4 threes. That win at OKC, 123-117. AD in deep, and he scores.
That's a good idea, trying to make Rudy Gobert defend on pick and roll, which brings him away from the basket, and then you can do some other things.
When these two teams met, all the way back on October the 28th, after the loss, the Lakers fell to 0-5. It was close. Neither team led by more than 10. A three-pointer for Edwards.
Guy that defensively you better be worried about. Anthony is a bona fide star.
And here's the deal from the last game. Lakers should learn they coughed it up 22 times. Lob, AD tried to throw it down with one hand. Rudy Gobert gets the rebound. Of course, always amongst the leaders in the NBA. Look at this. Going through three players. The shot is missed, but the follow is good for Gobert.
The reaction by Rudy Gobert, following down the floor, laying down, you got the follow shot.
It has not quite turned out the way they wanted to with Gobert. Hasn't made the impact that they expected yet. Lob again for AD. He's underneath. There's impact right there. Blocked by Gobert. AD's got to pull himself up. He never made it down the floor. So he's there with Troy Brown. He goes in. Throw it down. Foul on Gobert.
Rudy Gobert came back to try to make a play on it, but picks up the foul in the process as three-point opportunity coming to Anthony Davis. Good defense, though. As you look at the first block by Rudy Gobert, but when he's under there, he's a handful. But Malik Beasley read that play, gets the steal, and then the three-point opportunity coming to Anthony Davis.
Rudy, a three-time Defensive Player of the Year. Three-point opportunity. Here's Anthony Davis. What a team effort it was without LeBron, D'Lo, or AD the other night. 6 Lakers were in double figures. And it was the second of a back-to-back, too. Gobert will throw it up and in.
Little push shot by Rudy Gobert.
He averages about 13.5 points a contest, does Rudy. Again, one of his two 2020 games was against the Lakers. 22 points, 21 rebounds. There's LeBron with the boot on the right foot to be reevaluated in 3 weeks. Again, only 5+ weeks left in the regular season. Schroeder gets fouled on the outside, no basket. Side out.
It's good ball handling that time, or the control of the ball by Dennis, because he's being defended by Mike Conley, who is a good on-the-ball defender.
By the way, this is the start of a back-to-back for Minnesota. They'll be in action tomorrow night. Lakers will play again on Sunday, and Steph Curry should be in the lineup for Golden State. Offensive foul, turnover.
You see so many times on the course of the NBA season where you get those illegal screens where, you know, the guy coming off the screen and the screener just don't understand it. Stand still. The screener has to stand still. Put pressure on me to dribble my man close to you.
The lob, actually a shot that time by Connolly. Had the makings of a lob, but he threw it in on the floater. With the offhand, the southpaw Beasley, the former Wolf.
Over 2 defenders that time as Bees just raises up and knocks it down.
Beasley, 243s for this franchise. Minnesota last year. That's a record for Minnesota. Edwards going to try another 3. Rebound. Oh, AD had it and dropped it.